A few weeks ago, I raised the point, there was a question, and basically it is, why if Sony thinks that this sensor, the semi-stack, is so good, doesn't use it on their Sony cameras, but we only see it on Lumix and on Nikon? And the answer might be coming very soon, guys. Thanks to Sony Alpha Rumors, we have the anticipation of what will the Sony a7V be and semi-stack sensor. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from One and Solly, and today, yes, I'm gonna be vlogging because I want to show you what it means a7V. Now, you know, I'm using the a7C Mark II, which is quite similar because the a7 IV didn't have the AI AF aid, which this one has, and only with the latest iteration of the software we got the dynamic active stable, all features that will be present in the a7V. Now, why am I using this one as well? Because the a7V will have a 33 megapixel sensor, but semi-stack. Now, if you remember, I was asking myself, why, if semi-stack is the solution, Sony is not using it on their cameras? And the answer was that basically I was starting from the assumption that Sony was producing that sensor, but in the very end, it was a different company. Now, I will have to find out that information, and I will put the link down here below for you if I find it. But another thing to consider is that finally Sony is approaching to this semi-stack technology because it will resolve the rolling shutter. Now, I don't know if you can see it, it's quite pronounced in this camera iteration, which is the a7C Mark II, which is beautiful for recording videos if you use it on a tripod. So static videos and eventually also vlogging, or anyways, if you don't move sideways too fast, it's totally fine. I'm using it in 4K, 24p. It's downgraded for the 6K because with 33 megapixel, it will be eventually capable of recording 6K, which I don't need, which I don't use. I don't need 6K. I don't need 8K unless it is the 5.7K open gate by Lumix, but that's a different story. So this a7V is supposed, so thanks to Sony Alpha Rumor, all the information that I have, I take it from them. They're super reliable, they have the sources. I'm assuming this is exactly what we're getting. a7V, which is a nice camera body, they said they will improve the EVF because the current one has been around for ages. So the EVF and the rear display on current Sony cameras, it was, I mean, they can do better. And so they are changing the EVF finally. And the 33 megapixel that was in use in the a7 IV and in the a7C Mark II, it will be updated to a brand new sensor that is semi-stacked. And so this means that you have a faster rolling shutter. So the readout speed, it will be ideally 12 milliseconds. So you won't see the rolling shutter. You won't have any troubles unless you go for the high dynamic range, which is the same option that is present on the Lumix S1 II. That is only 24 megapixel. And so high dynamic range, the readout speed goes down to 27 milliseconds, meaning you will have rolling shutter troubles, which is fine. So you can choose whether you're using it on a tripod and you can go for the high dynamic range, or if you use it on the go for running and gunning and you want to have a faster readout speed, you can just lower a bit the dynamic range and have a faster readout speed, which is a fair choice, I have to say. I would go for that if I would not be using already the a7C Mark II. So for me, since I am a photographer, I only shoot and record small quantities of videos and definitely not for my clients. It doesn't make sense to upgrade to the a7V, but if I was purchasing a Sony camera from scratch, yes, I would definitely consider it. Now, if you consider that you have the A1, the A9, and many other choices available, the a7V at $3,000, I wouldn't say it's a bargain, but it really is. I mean, better than that, you can only go with the Nikon ZR, which is $2,500, but then you have less choice when it comes down to glasses. And so everything all considered, or you can go for the Canon R6 Mark III, but we saw it is not performing as good as the ZR, as good as the Lumix S1 II, and it will not be performing as good as the a7V by Sony. So guys, stay tuned because we're gonna follow the release and the announcement of this camera. We'll see, maybe someone of you will have it in the hands right in time for Christmas, or anyway, right after. It's a great starting camera, also for professional photographer. Maybe not the main body, I will go with the resolution version a7R, maybe not 5, which is 61 megapixels, which is a bit too much, but the a7R III would definitely be my choice for photography only purposes. So guys, stay tuned. Let me know down here in the comments if you were thinking about getting this camera or not. And with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the reviews to come. And I guess I will shoot it. Thank you. Bye-bye. Now, I'm walking casually. I don't want to be particularly careful. I'm not using a gimbal. This is just the dynamic active stab from my camera, and I'm in a part of the city surrounding the city center, so outside the walls, where there is no cars, no bikes passing by, only small amount of people walking the dogs. As you can see, it's a quiet environment where I can test this dynamic active stab. Of course, it's cropping in, so I'm wide at 24mm on my 24-50 Sony G glass, plus the crop in, it's supposed to be more or less 35mm. As you can see, it's picking up people when they are in the frame. I'm using automatic ISO for smooth transitions. I see zebras in the sky, which is quite white today. Let's see what we can get out of this camera, but I'm assuming that a7V will be even better, because with the new sensor they will have the same resolution, the same 33 megapixel, and eventually and better implemented AI AF. But that is yet to come and to be evaluated when we are getting our camera. So guys, stay tuned, because we're gonna see if it's worth it, the investment. Maybe you can find it for a bargain price somewhere else. I don't know if you're traveling to Hong Kong or stuff, but stay tuned because we're gonna see and follow the release of that brand new camera.